Hello everyone, I'm BottatheWild, and welcome to the final episode of Elite Bait Agents. This episode's gonna be doozy, because these are the hardest songs in the game. These last two songs in set 8. These aliens really make you want to feel pain. And our first song in the set is Without a Fight by Hoobastank. This is where I include a joke asking about who Hoobastank is, and all of you not knowing, and me being like, I'll explain to you who Hoobastank is. But I got them confused for Chubbawampa, so I don't know who Hoobastank is. What I do know is that this song can eat it casually. But first, let's get to know these aliens that have just shown up from out of nowhere. They're like Randy Orton. Here's London. Here's people being turned to stone in London. Here's Honolulu. Here's some people making music in Honolulu. They're turned to stone. I think these aliens don't like music. And if you remember them, they're from the first song in the game, Walkie Talkie Man. Because yeah, these final two songs have the most continuity, where everyone comes together. But let's actually get introduced to these aliens, who are known as... Dang it, I thought they were going to introduce themselves at that point. Well, they're known as the Romulans. And the only thing you really need to know about them is that they hate music. What's going on? You guys are being invaded. It's weird because if you actually go into the sounds of this game, there are actually voice clips that are said by the Romulan leader explaining who they are and what they're going to do. But in the game, they are not played for some weird reason. You know how every episode has an intro? I had to make each one of those intros by using a clip of the agents riding in their car and using sound effects from the game by downloading all the sounds in the game. And that's how I know that the Romulans actually have voice clips. They're just not used. I don't know why. Yeah, both of these songs open up differently. I say both because it's common knowledge that there's another song after this song. But both these songs open up differently. As you can see, there's all the characters we've helped throughout the game. Except for, I think, the bonus characters. I don't know if the bonus characters have shown up in these last two songs. The reason why I hate this song... Granted, I still hate Caned Heat more just because of the irregular beat. The reason why I hate this song is because combine the speed of the anthem with some of the most annoying note combinations that you have to hit. And that's this song. It's also the song afterwards, but this song does it more egregiously. Of course, you have to hit the vocal part of the song. Yeah, you can see how fast this is going. And again, it doesn't help that the elite-o-meter is draining itself fast now. Like, you will be killed if you missed 2 notes, just because the elite-o-meter is draining itself. Which is the most annoying thing. Again, it's the mechanic I hate the most in this game. Just the fact that the elite-o-meter will drain itself. So again, you could miss 1 to 2 notes, and the elite-o-meter is already halfway gone. The only thing I will say that I do like about this song is that this is a short song. Like, this is not a long song compared to the song afterwards. So it's not as murder on your hands. Also, yeah, we get spinners in the middle of songs and then a combo afterward. That's not the worst instance of that. That goes to the song after this. Trust me, you have to spin those spinners really fast before you can hit those combos afterwards, and I hate that. I don't want to turn my hand into jelly. Like, you have to remember, this is on breezing too. This is easy, and those spinners go very fast. And because the agents are selfless, they're gonna get turned to stones to protect everyone. Now you're gonna see something weird in the next song. You're gonna see the replay banner over. In Elite Beat Agents, you can hit replay on a song to watch your replay. And that's what I did earlier because my first few takes of this song weren't great. So I decided to do it off screen, and I actually did way better, and then I just recorded the replay. So that's what you're gonna see. So I still did the song, it's just that you're watching the replay of it, which is how a lot of people record Elite Beat Agents. They just do the song and then they play the replay. Now this song does not actually have a sample until after you beat it, because then you can select just the song to do. Of course, since this is a rhythm game, the power of music is super powerful, and we're able to overcome any obstacles in the way. That's right, the last song that we have to do is Jumpin' Jack Flash by the Rolling Stones, and just say this is the hardest song in the game, based on speed and note arrangement.
No.
There's the replay text that I was saying earlier. Because I did better on this song off screen than when I was doing it while being recorded, so I just recorded the replay. This song combines a lot of mechanics, such as fast phrase markers, double notes, fast sequences, and spinners. Trust me, when we get to one of the parts in the songs, there's multiple times where you have to hit spinners and then go into a combo and then hit a spinner again. On breezing, this is manageable for casual players. The amount of note arrangements you have to hit on cruising is ridiculous because you get a lot of weird patterns, and then of course on Sweatin' on Hard Rock it is terrible. Like, the amount of arrangements that you have to hit with the notes on Sweatin' on Hard Rock is brutal. Like, this is manageable for the casual player who's not used to playing OS. And it's still fast. Yeah, this is the part of the song where they now start throwing spinners. This is the worst part of the song. If you've got up to this point and are barely passing, you will fail at this part because the speed that they want you to hit those spinners is very fast. Again, it's even worse on cruisin' and higher. That bit right there, that's what you're doing standard on cruisin' and higher as well. That weird note pattern where you have 3 notes in the same spot. I will say this song does give you some levity in the fact that it's mostly focused on the vocal track. I say mostly because it's around this part where it starts getting weird because it's focused on the chorus part of the song, the back chorus. This is also the other worst part of the song where you get those weird note arrangements. Trust me, those are standard in cruising and higher, and it sucks. But with the power of rock music, we somehow create a beam of energy, and, well, I'll let you take a look at what we do. And just like that, the Romulans have been repelled. Generally, in the OS franchise, the last song usually has some apocalyptic theme. So this is no different, it's just that, again, it's aliens. It's aliens that come out of nowhere. And just like that, that was the last song in Elite and Beat Agents, and the game is now over. The only thing left we have to do is watch the credits. I think my original score for Jumpin' Jack Flash was a C, it's just that when I did it off screen and I recorded the replay, I got a B on it. It was a much better score. And of course, whoever agent you're playing as, they get shown here. It sucks that out of all the OS games, we only got technically one, and it's this game. Because this is such an interesting franchise to look into. It's a rhythm-based game that has such charm and personality and just wacky stories and surprisingly good covers. Now, there are problems such as seen earlier, that some of the note variations and some of the beat maps are not great on certain difficulties, and I will say, this series is not for everyone. Again, this is a very casual playthrough of Elite Beat Agents. This isn't all 300s perfect maps throughout the entire game. Trust me, I do not have the skill nor the time to do that, and I think that's the biggest problem with Elite Beat Agents / OS. There is a high skill gate if you want to be really good, but it's one of those games that it's really fun to look into and just see what someone can come up with a rhythm game. It reminds me a lot of Rhythm Heaven, where Rhythm Heaven has a lot of charm as well with all the minigames you play. Again, it just sucks that this is the only English game in the franchise, because this was made specifically for us because a lot of people imported the first OS game. Granted, these games are not hard to understand because the only thing you're missing out is dialogue during the stories, because this is how every OS game plays. So it's really not that hard to understand how to play these games. Now, it's hard to master, trust me. Watching an all 300 of the hardest difficulty blows my mind how people sit down and learn to play these games. It's like watching people play Toho perfectly. It's amazing to watch, but I do not have the time to learn and be that well. I ain't got a lot of time on my hands to do that. And I will say that these games aren't perfect because the spinners are the worst mechanic in the game. It's dang near impossible unless you sit down and learn how to properly work the spinners to get them. And again, some notes just show up way too early for you, like in Material Girl. I still hate that phrase marker, it's my least favorite note in the game. But besides all that, this is a great rhythm game. And it doesn't suffer the flaw of, like, Guitar Hero, where it's more of a fad. This game knows what it wants to do and does it. And because of this, I think this might be my favorite rhythm game, which is funny because I don't play a lot of rhythm games. But it's got so much charm to it. Like, that will be on some days where I'm like, I need a bit of Elite Beat Agents in my life, and I'll play like 1 or 2 songs and be like, there's a reason why I like this game. Yeah, we have to get all the crediting out of the way for some of the songs. Also, if you did not unlock any of the bonus songs, this is where they show up. This is where you get their credits saying, hey, there are these bonus songs that you did not get. Like, I will say, some of these maps are really hard and are not really designed for casual players, like Jumping Jack Flash. Trust me, it's a hard map. And people who can perfect that song probably play the open source game, the open source OS game, which is, these games are great practice for that because some of the beat maps in that game are ridiculous. Again, if you thought all perfects, all 300 in this game or OS is fantastic to watch, just watch a perfect beat map on the OS open source game, because that game goes super hard with its beat maps. This is also produced by Iwata, so you can see why it has so much charm. But all in all, this is definitely a DS game I would advise people to check out just because it's fun. It's got great covers, it's got charm, it's got everything you need in a good video game.